Good evening, friends. I am Ramgopal, Senior Group 1 Officer and Mentor, Kalam Institute, Rajahmundry. So I would like to come before you because I want to give a finishing touch for your preparation. Particularly, this is the tense situation for all of you. And this time, the civil service prelims is going to be a challenge, particularly for freshers, to clear prelims because of the low lesser number of posts, and the cutoff will be more than 120 and 120 to 125. So in that context, there are a few four major segments in preliminary examination. You have to concentrate first in the first place, geography and environment with current focus. And the second is economy and Indian economy. And third is polity and governance. And the fourth is history, particularly Indian history. Indian history, usually you get more than 15 questions, 15 to 20 questions out of 100. So in that context, the most difficult segment in Indian history is ancient medieval. So in ancient medieval, it is likely to get to more than 7 questions from this segment. So out of these 7 questions, we are now, I have prepared a meticulously, basing on my experience and also recent trends in the preliminary history questions. So I have prepared about 50 questions, out of which I'm expecting more than and a minimum of 5 questions. So that means 10 marks. So I would like to give you a winning edge and a finishing touch. Please watch this video about 1 or 1.5 hours, so that you will get these marks easily. So that first of all, I would like to say all the best first, because every exam is like a challenge, and it's a psychological game. Even you are able to do 25 questions out of 50 I give you, that you are all right. Don't worry, because I'm going to give high standard questions and winning edge, and all the basic things you can read I already would have completed. Therefore, I would like to give most of the questions are with the high standard and in-depth questions. So usually what I observed in the last 5 years, particularly from 2013, the trend on history is more focusing on very, very important issues in each chapter and topic, particularly where it demands, the topic or the area demands clarity from you, particularly most controversial areas and sensitive areas is asking. Therefore, the more clarity is required. That's why I'm giving 50 questions, top 50 questions that are likely to come and in the examination. And those 50 questions are very, very important. And please go through this video. You will get good exposure even at this last moment. Okay, so let's start now our presentation. I will give objective questions and also give explanation also with images which give you more clarity. So just like watch this video, you will get to minimum of 5 questions. I'm confident about it. So please come and watch this now. See, this is what is this? So civil services preliminary 2018 and Indian history, particularly from ancient and medieval, top 50 questions, and with 10 marks expected coverage. And I'm Ramgopal. You all know that I'm prepared by myself, and that I'm a senior group 1 officer and IAS mentor, and also and we are working with a vision, with a group of officers in Andhra Pradesh, working with the vision of making 5,000 officers by 2025. So with all the inspiration from Abdul Kalam, we are doing this work. So see, this is our institute, Kalam IS Institute in Andhra Pradesh. And see this one. Yeah, we are starting a new program, unique program in Andhra Pradesh, that IAS Super 60. So that IAS Super 60 join with IAS Super 60, and that we are giving only coach training or personal training only for 60 students only. And this is also giving in bilingual way, both in English as well as in Telugu. So particularly, we are encouraging students in Andhra Pradesh having rural background to please go on writing mains in Telugu medium as the other people in the northern states doing usually. That there is a trend that you get more marks, very good marks in Telugu if you write in your mother tongue. So we are that's why we are starting this Telugulo IAS and Civil Service 2019, and also this year the APPSC, Andhra Pradesh State Public Service Commission, is issuing group 1 notification. Therefore, see those people who join this course for the group 1 could be a very good rehearsal before you get to civil service in 2019. Therefore, so the admissions are open for this batch, and now the classes are going to start on June 1st, and admissions close on June 15th. So we are also launching this program, a campus program, and we are also going to give you online video course for these subjects what I teach, particularly on Indian history and economy. So I would like to give a finishing touch now. See, this is our, if you want to subscribe, please subscribe our channel, as also this video course and also this campus coaching through this link. And also now this is our vision, I already told you. This is our winner, Sales winner. He got cleared in 2013 in his first attempt. Within the 3 months of my guidance, he got was able to clear civil services mains in 2013. He got now IRS, and he is now see. I'm within 3 months we have achieved a miracle here in Andhra Pradesh by through Balu Mahendra, who got IRS. Now why it is possible? It was possible because of my experience in original experience in civil service examination, as well as, and I'm the best presentation skills expert in India. Therefore, I'm challenging. We are taking this task of making 5,000 officers as a challenge, and I hope so. All the students and aspirants are also take up this challenge, and I'm ready to help you, all of you, coming from anywhere. This is not like a stereotypic coaching. It's like a winning coaching. That means it's a comprehensive learning process and instant learning process, which will go on here. And then see, this is our winner. We achieved 100% success. These are our Group 1 winners in 2018. And Group 2 and Group 3 straight rankers we got in both in online as well as campus coaching last year. And this is 2016 Group 3 state rankers. And also this is our all winners from banks, IAS, and IBPS, and RRB, SSC, and also constables, SIs, like this. And this now just to touch, start now onwards, so you get not not more than 1 hour. See, this is Harappan civilization we start with usually, and I would like to cover all the topics in ancient as well as medieval India, between 50 to 60 questions. Now I would like to give the first part, this Vedic civilization and Harappan civilization and Vedic civilization. See, this first question is, take up this one. The Mesopotamian records refers to which of the following as intermediate trading stations between Mesopotamia and Meluha? You know what Meluha? Yeah, you might have seen and listened this, come across Meluha.com. Yeah, that .com has given this name. This is a very 5,000 years ago. It was called by Mesopotamians the Harappan civilization of Meluha. See now the options. See Ranagundai, Dilman, and Makan. C second option, and B Sutka gender, Dilman, Makan, and C Lothal, Dilman, and Makan. C and Dilman, Makan only. See what is which of the among the 4 options, which is the right one is this is D, Dilman and Makan. Yeah, Dilman, Makan are the only intermediate stations, trading stations that are mentioned by the Mesopotamian texts. See, this is clearly this map. You'll get it clarity now. This is, see here, this is what is called, uh, see here, you have Ur, from Ur to a Dilman. This is equivalent to modern Bahrain. And this is Magan or Makan. And through this was sea route, the people reach here in Sutka gender via this Miluha. This is Meluha, where this is the Harappan civilization, particularly the focuses was at Mohenjo-daro. So the Mesopotamian people used to speak the people at the country as Meluha. So see, the more clarity we'll get in the next map. That is, see, this is Dilman. You get here Dilman, and here Magan, and here Mohenjo-daro or Meluha, like this. So you get this one, get clarity. This is the sea route. They used to trade through seas, through boats. We have seen a first world tidal port at Lothal in Gujarat. Like that, there are so many ports in those times, and these people used to travel through sea. So this is the first question that you are likely to get, that contemporary relation with contemporary civilization. See, this one is the cemeteries discovered around the cities like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Kalibangan, Lothal, Rupa, throw light on the burial practices of the Harappans. So yeah, see, the identify the incorrect pair from the following. You have to identify incorrect pair. That means all the among the 4 options, 3 are right. So you have to identify the wrong one. So Lothal, double burial, practice of double burial, and this Mohenjo-daro, complete and post cremation, and the Harappa, wooden coffin burial, and fourth, and Kalibangan and cremation. See, these what are those burial practices in the ancient Harappan civilization and the practice by the Harappan people? You see, usually the answer is you have seen come across. What is the answer? You are thinking now? Oh yeah, it is cremation, which is not visible. Which was not practiced by Harappan people until the Aryans arrived into India, and the cremation was not followed. But the complete and post-cremation practice was there in Mohenjo-daro. So you have to see this now, and this this cremation. So is clearly the option C is only 4 only, none of the above. So cremation was not practiced by the Harappan people. It was by the Aryans. They practiced cremation. It was complete burial, and post cremation was practiced by Mohenjo-daro people. So see, the 4th one is right answer. So all the 3 are right, but 4th one is not right. And see these pictures, you will find these things. Yeah. See, the burials found at Kalibangan, part burial without skeleton here, and the Kalibangan brick line grave in D here, and this burial at Lothal, you can see these 2 double burial. Maybe like this, there is a speculation about Sati. We don't know whether Sati was practiced. It was not established, well established, but there was a double burial. We have got evidence at Lothal in Gujarat. So these are the next to see this Harappan coffin burial. This is there was a coffin, a wooden coffin. It was decayed. Later, these excursions revealed that there was a coffin burial also practiced by Harappans. These are surrounded by pots and their utensils and the tools they used. And this one is 3rd question. You come to which of the following statements are correct with regard to Harappan script and language? Yes, Harappan script language area is also very important. One need to have clarity about that. One thing, consensus is clear that there are some people are claiming that it is Sanskrit, it is Dravidian, like that. But nothing is established scientifically so far. Therefore, you need to get clarity. It is not deciphered so far. So unlike Mesopotamian and Egyptian scripts, in Harappan scripture is not deciphered. See this one. The first option is number of signs and pictographs is between 4 and 600, of which 40, 60 are basic, and therefore the rest are their variants. Therefore, it's not alphabetical but pictographic. Is it right? Next. And the script was mostly written from right to left, and right, that is opposite to our present practice. And in a few long seals, the buttress pattern method, buttress pattern method discovered at a part shared in Kalibangan. So writing in the reverse type, buttress pattern means like a reverse direction, writing right to left and left to right, like that. A reverse direction, writing in reverse direction, alternate lines was adopted by the Harappans. See, is it right? So next, third option is the Parpola and his Scandinavian scholars came to the conclusion that the language of the Harappans was Dravidian. Yes, majority of the scholars now arguing that it's Dravidian. Yeah, then it is not yet proved, because though there is the Dravidian-speaking people are living in today in Balochistan, so it's not yet clearly established. Now, the group of Soviet scholars accept this view. So other scholars view it as a Sumerian or Sanskrit, yet the Harappan script is still to be fully deciphered. So these are three, and the fourth one. They, like Mesopotamians and Egyptians, Harappan seals contain long inscriptions. So these are the four options. You have to identify which are the right ones. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4, and 4, 3, and 4 only. Which is the incorrect one? Yes, it is 4. So it is 4 because A is right and 4 is wrong, because the Harappans, unlike Egyptians, Mesopotamians, did not practice long inscriptions. Their seals are very short. The script is very short. So there is no matter of a correlation between Egyptians and Sumerians and the Harappan script. So next question is, see these writing, Harappan writings are like this, very short, and the seals are also like rectangles and contain a few motifs are like these pictographs. So with the animal motifs are like that. See, this is only the large Harappan script was found at the Dalvira and Gateway, on the Dalvira Gateway. Now, all others are very short and small. So just 5 centimeters like that. All others are very short. So this, see, the Egyptian hieroglyphs, very long inscription, continuous inscription, and Mesopotamian cuneiform also long inscription. So script. So which of the following statements are true with regard to theories of decline of Harappan civilization? Yes, he is touching the controversial areas in this segment. Particularly, there are so many things which are not yet established clear with regard to Harappan civilization. Therefore, there is a likelihood that he will get questions here. And decline. So Harappan civilization origin as well decline, so mysterious. See, this is Aryan invasion, says Mortimer Wheeler. Theory of floods, Sir John Marshall and H. Mackey and S.R. Rao. And theory of tectonic disturbances by Robert Reichs and G.F. Dales. Particularly, is also called ponding theory by G.F. Dales. And the ecological degradation and climate change proposed by Walter Fraser Weiss and the latest modern scholars. So these are the 4 options. So you have to identify which are the correct. See, this is all of them are correct. All the 4 are correct. See, now, see, the huddled skeletons at Mohenjo-daro are shown as evidence by Mortimer Wheeler, who proposed a foreign origin theory as well as attributed a claim to the foreigners, that is Aryans, who entered India around the 1500 BC. So like that, and the theory of floods was also proposed by many scholars because of the evidence of floods in some cities, particularly Mohenjo-daro, where there was 7 times it was submerged and 71 feet of silt is evident. We also find in the movie Mohenjo-daro. So like this, this is the wall which has marks of 71 feet of silt in Mohenjo-daro. So the 5th question is, of the following Harappan sites, which are the largest in descending order, after the discovery of two new sites in Rakhigarhi in Haryana and Binjar in Rajasthan 2014. See, this is Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Ganeriwala, and Rakhigarhi and Dholvira. See, Rakhigarhi, Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Ganeriwala, Dholvira. Rakhigarhi, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Ganeriwala, and Dholvira. Mohenjo-daro, Rakhigarhi, Harappa, and Ganeriwala, Dholvira. Very simple. This is in 2014 that with the discovered two large mounds in the Rakhigarhi in Haryana district of Haryana. It is now previously it was Mohenjo-daro was the largest site. Now it is Rakhigarhi and followed by Mohenjo-daro. Rakhigarhi having 350 hectares and Mohenjo-daro 300 hectares, and followed by Harappa and Ganeriwala and Dholvira. The Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Ganeriwala located in Pakistan, Rakhigarhi and Dholvira in India. So in India as well as elsewhere, the entire Harappan civilization, which is the largest site so far discovered, is Rakhigarhi, followed by Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Ganeriwala, Dholvira. So B is the right answer. And then see this one, the granary found at the Rakhigarhi in Haryana. See, the Vice Chancellor and the Director at the Deccan College postgraduate, Mr. Shinde, has excavating this Rakhigarhi site in the Research Institute, Postgraduate Research Institute in Pune. The Director. Okay, then see, already given you explanation. And this is the sixth question. Which of the following statements are true with regard to Harappan seals? Yeah, seals are also very, very important source, and which contained these Harappan pictographic scripts. And they represent most distinct artistic creations of all Harappan artifacts. Yes. And then next option is they are square in shape and contain long inscriptions. So they are made of stone called steatite. Often contain animal motifs or signs of pictographic script. They were used to facilitate long distance trade and communication. They were used to facilitate long distance trade and communication. Which of the following are true? All are true. C, answer. And identify correct statement. 1, 2, 3 are true. 1, 2, 3, 4 are true. And 4, 3 are true. And D, 4 only are true. This is 1, 3, and 4, and 2. That means 2 is not correct because their seals are rectangular and it contains short inscription, not long inscription. Therefore, the Harappan seals are they are rectangular shape and contain short inscriptions, unlike Egyptians or Sumerians. See, these are the seals. See. These most artistic creations ever discovered in the Harappan sites. This is see how a small script picture of seals of factories found at Mohenjo-daro in Sindh. There are about 2,500 seals discovered so far. They are used for this sealing. Seal means sealing. It is a seal on the goods manufactured and packed by the Harappans and transported to different civilizations and long distance trade. And Bishan seal and Mohenjo-daro discover, and unicorn seal Harappa, and then this is a hornet god seal Mohenjo-daro. So seventh question: which of the following wrongly matched? See this. Which of the following Harappan city and discoveries? Barley and plow toy was discovered at Banwali, and Rupa, evidence of burying a dog below the human burial. And Mohenjo-daro, a piece of woven cotton, the spindle whorls and needles, and Chanu-daro, threefold division. See, Chanu-daro is not having threefold division. It is so the incorrect answer, incorrect option is Chanu-daro. All the three are right, and Chanu-daro threefold division is not there. It is a radial shape and oval shape in the town plan. And it is a threefold division city was recently discovered is Dholvira in Gujarat. It's having threefold division and it's unique in having a water reservoir system and water management system. And it is also unique having discovered the large script So the Chanudar, not Chanudar, it is Dalvira, which having a threefold division of towns. In all other cities, it is only twofold division: upper city and lower city, citadel and lower city. So this see now Dolvira Mound, and here Dolvira in Gujarat. It is located here. This is the reservoir Dolvira, water management system in Dolvira. See, the eighth question is, which of the following wrongly matched? So 1875, a report of Alexander Cunningham and Harappan seal. Yeah, it was the first a report of Alexander Cunningham, an archaeologist, and Harappan seal, the East Indian Company employee, and he was the first discovered on a Harappan seal. In 1921, M.S. Watts and Diane Sahani begins excavations at Harappa. So it is the first site, you know, that in 1946, Aryan Wheeler excavated at Harappa. In 1950, S.R. Rao begins excavation at Lothal. 1990, R.S. Bist, who excavated Banwali as well as Dolvira, and R.S. Bist begins excavations at Dolvira also in 1990. So, which of these are five options? Which of these are wrongly matched? Say it is fourth option, that is B. SR was started in 1955, not in 1950. So, like that, Vedic case, come to Vedic case, which one of the following theories regarding the original homeland of the Aryans wrongly matched? His original homeland is also, there is a controversial thing, but you need to have clarity on this question also. See, this one is Max Muller. He said Central Asia, and Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Arctic region, Diana Saraswati, Tibet, Professor Penka, European plains. Which of these wrongly match? It is Professor Penka. It is therefore the option D. He said not European plains, but he said the original homeland of Aryans was German plains. So, because in fact, Professor Penka is given encouraged this racial superiority theory during before this Second World War. The Penka said that Aryans and Germans are Aryans. Aryans born, and the original homeland was Germany. So it is not proved scientifically. Of course, historians agree that the original homeland of the Aryans is in Central Asia, particularly in the around Caspian Sea and particularly southern Russian steppes. The historical evidence proved it. So, original homeland of Aryans is Central Asia, and particularly the southern Russian steppes. Here, the Aryan migrations into India, the roots. They came first before came to India. They started at Iran and again come to India, and another branch to Europe. See, this is 10th question. Which one of the following was not responsible for rapid expansion of Aryans in India and the world? What are the factors that are responsible for their success, Aryan success? See, Aryans harnessed horse and excellent horse riders. They were first to use chariots driven by horses, used weapons made of good quality iron, and the use of vermin and destructive machine Paricharishno. So these are the four options. So, which was what are the factors that are responsible? Weapons made of good quality of iron is not. All of the three factors were responsible for Aryan success. So weapons are made of good quality of iron. Iron was not known to the Aryans, particularly in the early Rigvedic times. That means up to 1000. It was around 1000 in Gandhara area in Takshila. The iron tools and implements discovered, and therefore, for their success and their inroads into India and elsewhere, it was not iron weapons, but it was because of the horse. They're excellent horse riders, and the good horses they used, very fast and swift horses, and they also used chariots. See here, and chariots and vermin and like Bahubali makeup. You can find these things made of warfare. They're What is the mode of warfare? They have used swords made of branch and armors and all these kind of armors. They use helmets, armor, shields for use. And in the 11th question, which one of the following statements are true with regard to uh, early and later Vedic religion? See, the religion, there is a sharp difference between early and later Vedic religions, and therefore we need to have clarity. Initially, it was a utilitarian, the Rigvedic Aryan religion, utilitarian character, and it was transformed into a sacrificial religion. See, the second option is the prayers and simple rituals replaced with costly, complex rituals and sacrifice in later Vedic times. So similarly, you can see here, initially they worshipped for wealth and health, Praja and Pashu, later for spiritual merit. And this one, the early Vedic gods like Indra, Agni, Varuna lost importance, and Prajapati, Vishnu, Shiva, and gained prominence in later period, as in today, India. So Prajapati, Vishnu, Shiva gained prominence in later period. So usually they worship natural forces in the beginning, and simple rituals, but become complex. See, which of the following options are true? 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, and 4, and all of the above. Yes, it's all of the above, because these are the transformations between early Vedic or Vedic and later Vedic times. So, which of the following regarding sources of Vedic social system wrongly matched? Third mandal. So you all know that Rigveda contained 10 mandals and 1028 hymns. So third mandal, Gayatri Mantra. Ninth mandal, Swamaga. And 10th mandal, Purushotta theory. And D, Gotra system, first mentioned in Yajurveda. Which of the following are wrongly matched? And all the 4 options. Yeah, it is D, Gotra system. It's not Yajurveda, but it is other Veda. Okay, so Vedic literature, you all know that there are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Other Veda, Samveda, Yajurveda. And this Vedic literature, particularly Rig Veda, I already told you all these things. And these are my material, simple notes. And 9th mandal composed 10th mandal Purushotta theory, dealing with the origin of 4 varnas or caste system. And the 3rd mandal contained Gayatri Mantra, and it was attributed to Swarata, it is Savitri. It's not female, it's male. So, like this Vedic literature, it is Aitareya, Kaushika, Brahmanas were attached to Rigveda. And the 13th question, which of the following was Vedas and their subject matter are rightly matched? Samaveda, melodic verses; Yajurveda, sacrificial formula; Other Veda, non-Aryan traditions; and Rigveda, including UNESCO list of world human heritage. Yes, all the above are right, because you may already know this somewhat a basic question, but there are things which you need to have clarity. It's Samaveda and Yajurveda, and Yajurveda relates to the sacrifices, different sacrifices, Rajasuya, Vajpaya, and Ashwamedha, like that sacrifice. And Atharvaveda, non-oriented, it contains non-oriented traditions. So Rigveda is also included in UNESCO list of world human heritage texts. So like this Samaveda, Rigveda sacrifices, and Atharvaveda with healing herbs and medicines, like from origin of Ayurveda. And so also charms and spells, dispelling these evil spirits. Atharvaveda. So this is the religious text of the Vedic Aryans and Vedic people, and it is divided broadly into Shruti and Smriti. And Shruti means heard from God, and Smriti means memories. And this is the next one is Brahmanas, deal with the rules of rituals and sacrifice like Rajasuya, Ashwamedha, Vajpaya. So these are notes you can follow on by. And the Upanishad subject matter is also very, very See here, which of the following Upanishads and their subject matter wrongly matched? So, Chandogya Upanishad, 4 ashramas. Satapada Brahmana, eastward expansion of Aryans and several agricultural rituals. Yes, so the Aryans came in the arrived into India from northwestern India to Hindu Kush mountains. Now they reached in they settled first in Saptasindhu region, and then later spread to the towards east to the present Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. And this is particularly Uttar Pradesh, eastern Uttar Pradesh, and this is Maitrayana Upanishad. Trimurti concept, and D and Brahandaranyaka Upanishad. It's a theory of karma and transmigration of soul. See which of these wrongly matched? Which is wrongly matched? Yeah, it is Chandogya Upanishad. Actually, it contained ashrama system, but only 3 stages were mentioned in the Chandogya Upanishad. Then what is the 4th ashrama Upanishad? That contained 4 ashramas. It is Jabala Upanishad. Yes, it contained 4 ashramas. You all know that. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Sannyasin, and Vanaprastha. So these are the 4 ashramas. And then the 5th question is, which of the following descriptions of Vedic gods wrongly matched? Indra. He is the most venerated god, the chief warrior god, amoral deity, and fond of feasting and drinking sama. And this B. Savitri, god of herdsmen cattle. So C. Varuna, moral deity, Ratasya Gopa, and control of cosmic order, universal emperor. And D. Rudra, a amoral archer god, and lived in mountains, guardian of healing herbs, resemble Greek god Apollo. Among the Vedic gods, it is Rudra who is similar to Greek god Apollo. So, the wrongly matched option is B. Pushan, not Savitri, god of heads and cattlemen. Pushan is the god of headsmen and cattle. So this is the Aryan god, and Indra is Indra or Purandra. So, which of the following is not a sun temple in India? Which is not a sun temple in India? See, this is Madeira in Gujarat, Marthan in Kashmir, Arsavil in Andhra Pradesh, Alampur, Telangana. So, this type of rare questions also being given by the UPSC Prelims. Alampur, Telangana. So, which is not a sun temple in India. So, it is Alampur, Telangana. Alampur, Telangana contain having a popular for Brahma temple, not what is called sun temple. Okay, next, it is the 16th question. Which of the following is not a Brahma temple in India? Pushkar Ajmer, Karambolim temple, Goa, Mitranantapuram temple, Kerala, and Basra temple, Telangana. Basra temple, Telangana is famous for Saraswati temple, but not Brahma temple. So there are about 5 topmost Brahma temples in India in these areas. Can you watch these things by pushing pause? So, which of the following Buddhist monasteries in India are wrongly matched? Tawang Monastery, Arunachal Pradesh, Rumtek Monastery, Sikkim, Hemis Monastery, Ladakh, Alubari Monastery, Dehradun, Puktal Monastery, Janskar, Jammu and Kashmir. It is Alubari Monastery, not located at Dehradun, but it located in Darjeeling in West Bengal. So it is the D, which is the wrongly matched, or which is the our option for getting mark. And there are 7 top monasteries, Buddhist monastery in there. Rumtek Monastery, Tikse Monastery, Ladakh, and Ningpa Monastery, Bailakuppe, and Putkal Puktal Monastery, Janskarma, Hemis Monastery, Ladakh, Mind Rolling Monastery, Dehradun. So, 18th question is certain political and economic developments such as paddy transplantation, urbanization, Ganga Valley, Mahajanapadas, Panchamakal coins taking place in which of the following periods? Which of the following periods? So this is very, very great historical developments. All these five are need to have clarity on this. This is also a very important segment because these are the major historical developments in India during which the following period: 500 to 600 to 500 BC, 500 to 400 BC, 1000 to 600 BC, and 200 to 100 BC. Yeah, it is during the period of 6th century BC, 600 to 500 is the right answer. That all these major developments in Indian that acted as a backbone to the Indian wealth and prosperity because of these developments that taken place during the 6th century BC, let's say 600, 500. So the answer is the A. Okay, and then these are the 16 Mahajanapadas. You can watch these things: Kamboja, Gandhara, Kuru, Panchala, Koshala, and Malla, Uriji, Kashi, Magadha, Vassa, Cheti, Avanti, Matsya, Saurseni, Assaka. These are the 16 Mahajanapadas that were emerged during this 600 to 500 BC in India. And towns and the Panchamakal were also discovered. Towns, there are about 2,000, 3,000 towns in India which were flourished during this period of Buddha. And these Panchamakal coins were also discovered. First unique coins in India are Panchamakal coins. It's during this period also. And then, which of the following matches are not correct? Which are not correct? Mahamatras, high-ranking official; Palisadaka, tax collector; Gahapatis, a wealthy landlord; Vessas, prostitute streets. Which are wrongly matched? Which of the not correct? Yeah, it is D, because Vessas are merchant streets but not prostitute streets. Questions like come like this very synonymously. So be clear, take care. Merchant streets. In the context of achievements of the Indian epigraphy, which of the following matches are not correct? So, to Prayaga Prashasti, Allahabad pillar is composed by Harisena, Courtfeit of Samudragupta. Is it right? Aihole Prashasti, Banabhatta, is it right? Girinar Junagar inscription, first century, Rudradaman, the Saka ruler reconstructed. Who reconstructed? Who mentioned? Who reconstructed Sudarshan Lake? And it was established by Pushyagupta during the Mauryan times. But it says James Vincent deciphered Brahmi and Kharosthi used in the Ashokan inscriptions. It was a real landmark turning point for James Vincent. What are then? Which of the following are correct? 134. 134 B. 24. 4 only and 4. It's 1 to 3, 1, 3, 4. It's not Aihole Prashasti was written by Ravikirti regarding the Western Chalukyan king Pulakesin II. So, and the Samudragupta, Allahabad pillar is belonged to Samudragupta, and Girinar Junagar, 1st century AD, Rudradaman, first Sanskrit inscription. The Saka ruler reconstructed Sudarshan Lake, particularly by it was founded by Pushyagupta, was the governor of Mauryas, they mentioned. So, James Prince have deciphered Brahmi and Kharosthi used in the Ashokan inscriptions. Okay, so the answer is 2, which is not correct. So, 21, as described in Sutta Pitika, a conversation taking place between Buddha and which of the following Magadhan kings and the ideas of Makkali Gosala, Ajivaka saint, and the Lokayata or Charvaka teacher Ajita Kesha Kambalin. See, Ajita Kesha Kambalin King Bimbisara, King Ajatashatru, King Bindusara, King Udayan. Each of these is all right. It is Ajatashatru who had a conversation when he go to Buddha. He visited Buddha and asked these questions: what is right? Whether Makhaligos are right or Lokita Charvaka theories are right. So it is answer is B, King Ajatashatru. See, 22, as described in Sutta Pitaka, a conversation taking place between Buddha and who among the following regarding how a master shall look after his servants, employees, parents, teachers, and etc. and wife. So, in the Sutta Pitaka, a conversation was described between Buddha and Ananda, chief disciple, Amarapali, a beautiful prostitute of Vaishali, and Yasa, the richest citizen of Benares, and Sigala, a wealthy householder. Who Buddha addressed this question, and Angulimala is a bandit. So answer is Sigala, a wealthy householder. All others were converted by Buddha. Ananda, Amarapali, Yasa, and Angulimal, all these were converted by the great achievement by Buddha personally. So the 23rd question, initially only men were allowed into the Buddhist Sangha, but later women also came to be admitted. According to Buddhist texts, this was made possible only through the mediation of each of the following personalities who approached a mediation between Mauryans and this what was the responsible that the Buddha taken a decision to admit women because of whose efforts? See options. See, one is Prajapati Gautami, and the Ananda was the chief disciple, and Upali and Amrapali. So, which is the right answer? Identify that. It is not Prajapati Gautami. It is Ananda who persuaded and who convinced Buddha to admit women into the Sangha. So it is Ananda. The 25th question is Terigada, a unique Buddhist text, collection of verses composed by bhikkhunis. The women bhikkhunis are women, which contained conversation between Punna, a desi or a slave woman, and a Brahman, is part of which of the following Buddhist scriptures? So it is Vinaya Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka, and Kalavattu is a part of Abhidhamma Pitaka. It was Sutta Pitaka, which contained, usually Sutta Pitaka contained a lot of historical information. If you are not sure, you can easily eliminate things by looking at Sutta Pitaka or Sutra Pitaka. You all know that three Pitikas. That's why I'm not giving questions like that, easy questions. See, a woman water carrier at Madura, there is a sculpture at Madura pillar. She is Punna. And see, yes, in order to achieve or make 5,000 officers within a short span of 10 years, we have starting inter-degree with IAS coaching, inter-degree with the banks, inter-degree course with banks. So we are sure if you are able to pay attention for the achieving job during the intermediate degree or graduation, it will be definitely you will achieve like Tina Dave, who has shown a greatest foresight and has achieved this great feat of first rank in first attempt ever done by anybody, anyone. So we are starting inter-degree plus IS, IPS, and inter plus NEET coaching also. So this is also a small ad, and for those people who are willing, want to join with us, please register in this link or call us. So this is a great opportunity because we are offering this integrated course with real-time coaching. Therefore, many institutions are just adopting IAS title but they don't know ABCDs in the examination. They don't have original experience. They are not conducting coaching, real-time coaching, but they are only cheating people and only by giving the titles for interpreting plus IAS. Because unless you have running a regular batch for civil services, these people cannot get a tempo. So this is a good opportunity. Please tell to your friends and relatives, people. So the other one is Telugu IAS. Yeah, we have told you in the beginning. So let's come now. Yeah, what is important news is that we are conducting a 50% scholarship test on June 10th for Telugu medium students only. It is applicable only for Telugu medium students, Telugu IAS. That's why. Then Kalam Advanced Integrated Course, Civils Plus Group on 2018. So see this, we are starting from June 1st. And this very unique features, but because we are with the serious purpose of achieving making 5,000 officers. So we are starting this in a student preparation friendly format or module. So every day class starts with 9 and ends with 5, and it is followed by some gap time, a instant test, a spot learning test, and study materials both in English Telugu will be given. Prescribed reference materials also given with the number of ways to study at home every day, and the next day you have to face a detailed test. It is a unique thing in India, entire India, that we are conducting a spot learning test which contains usually the previous questions, so that students get a good exposure of the trends, the recent trends of studying this. So this is a Kalam integrated civils group or course, and there we are offering only limited 60 limited seats only. So please tell your friends and parents to join this institute, so that they will get definitely IAS or some job IAS group 1. So please send them. So, and this is the same ad. So civils, yeah, we are launching first time the video course. We have got a software, and we'll send you a link of that video, and you can subscribe through that link provided below. Civils 2019 Group on Indian Economy Prelims cum Mains online video course by me starting June 19th, and subscribe please for this. And Civils 2019 and Group on Prelims. And also we are also starting that is Indian history. The second subject is online course for Indian history, because these are very important from the point of this mains, also prelims examination. These two segments, economy, there is giving about 25 to 30 questions every year, particularly with the current focus, and Indian history having difficulty, particularly in the medieval and the modern time. So this very important course, and please tell your friends and share to your friends to subscribe to our online course. Last year we are given only test series, online test series through emails. Now we are providing videos which just I explained in detail, like not like this, but all with images and explanation clarity I give to you in this course. Okay, online course, wherever you are studying or living, you can subscribe and get our videos. So the 26th question is regarding the structure of Buddhist stupa, which of the following wrongly matched? Anda, semicircular mound of the earth and a foundation part, and the Harmika, a balcony-like structure that represented the abode of the gods, that is Harmika. So then Yasti mast, called the often surrounded by a chattari or umbrella. So Shalabanjika, there are railings. So which of the following are wrongly matched? See it D, because it means Shalabanjika means a woman whose touch caused the trees to flower and bear fruit. This is an auspicious symbol it's not railings, but there every stupa having railings. So this is the stupa architecture given in the CBSE books or NCERT books. See, this is the mound of earth, and above that there is a harmika, and a balcony-like structure. Yasti, and this Shalabanjika. Yeah, Shalabanjika is not that. She is Shalabanjika, like that. At the great point, they are moved with. So this is Sanchi Stupa. 27th question: with whom of the following Buddha associated during his life? Polius Sakyas. He prevented war between Polius and Sakyas. And the second is Subhadra. Who is Subhadra? Anda, Sinva, Chenna, and Kantaka. So, which of the following he associated? Yeah, Subhadra, Ananda are disciples who listen to Buddha at his deathbed. And then Chenna was there. So, was the charioteer of Buddha who escaped the home. And in the Kantaka was a horse, very great attachment with these two to Buddha. And the Kantaka is actually, when he left the house by Kantaka, the Kantaka collapsed because he did not, the Kantaka horse did not like to miss his sir. 28th question: which of the following wrongly matched with regard to practices and terminology associated with Buddhist Sangha? These are also questions coming from this area. The Pravarajya, a lower ordination, or at the age of 10 years, he becomes a Shramana. Before 10 years, nobody could be a monk. So he gets a lower ordination and a lower conversion. And Pravarajya, it's exactly Pravarajya. And Upasampada, higher ordination, at the age of 20, he becomes a bhikkhu. First, at the age of 10, he becomes a Shramana, then he becomes a bhikkhu at the age of 20. So, and this Chivara, the property of monks like illu robes and begging bowl and medicine, these are the only three properties of a bhikkhuni or bhikkhu. So, that is Uposatha, end of Vasvasa, confession of monks. Yeah, when there is a rainy season ended, Uposatha comes, and at the end of Vasa and confession of monks before they leave for propagation of Dhamma. So, like this, these are the wrongly matched. What are they wrongly matched? So, it's E, 3 months rainy season retreat. It's D, fortnightly assemblies on the evenings of full and half moon. D, actual Uposatha means fortnightly assemblies on the evenings of full and half moon day. It's not to end of Vasavasa or confession of monks. It is Pavarna, and that is dealing with this end of Vasavasa, confession by monks. So the D is answered because fortnightly assemblies on the evenings of full and half moon. Okay, so that is called Uposatha. 29. Jatakas contains stories of bodhisattvas, the previous incarnation of Buddha as men and animals, divine beings in heaven. Which of the foreign schools introduced the concept of bodhisattva? Who? Which sect has introduced bodhisattva? The Sthaviravadins or Theravadins or Sthaviravadin or Theravadin or Sthaviravadins, Mahasangikas. These are the two major sects particularly after the second first split taking place in the second Buddhist council in 383 BC. So these Sthaviravadins, Mahasangikas, which are the following schools introduced this concept of bodhisattva? Bodhisattva, you all know that previous incarnations of Buddha in the form of men, animals, and plants. So this concept, who introduced it? Stavirvadins or Mahasangikas, Mahayanis, and Sarvastivadins. It's D, only one. Yeah, it is Stavirvadins who has uh, introduced this Bodhisattva concept. There are several bodhisattvas represented in Buddhism. See now, that is the 30th question is, which of the following Mahayana bodhisattvas and their descriptions correctly matched? The Thavirvadins who introduced this concept of bodhisattva, future incarnations are previous, not feature, previous incarnations of Buddha. See, which of the following Mahayana bodhisattvas and their descriptions are not are correctly matched, not it's correctly matched. Avalokitesvara, the Lord who looks down and helps others to achieve salvation, is also called Padmapani because he bears lotus, Avalokitesvara. And B. Manjushri, the guardian of wisdom, the stimulator of understanding, wears a sword and also have a book in his hand that contains 10 paramitas, 10 principles or 10 commandments that was propagated. And this Sri Vajrapani bears thunderbolt like Indra and foe of sin and evils. Vajrapani is also Bodhisattva. See, Maitreyanara, yes, feature Buddha is the feature Buddha who is not yet come. And this Kistigarbha, guardian of purgatories or guardian of graveyards, like Dharmaraja. See this in which option is right? All of them are right. So, Bodhisattva is Avalokitesvara, watch it. Avalokitesvara having a lotus in his hand and is looking down. Therefore, his title is Avalokitesvara is the Padmapani or Avalokitesvara. Yeah, you know all this, that this is an Ajanta painting it represented. Often we think is women, but not women. So, Bodhisattva Manjushri is the guardian of wisdom. You see this? He contained a sword in his hand and also a book. Bodhisattva Manjushri, guardian of wisdom, stimulation of understanding, wears a sword and book contained 10 paramitas. Bodhisattva Vajrapani bears thunderbolt like Indra. Vajrapani is a foe of sin and evils. Yes, Bodhisattva Vajrapani. Yeah, he bears a thunderbolt like Indra or present Indra. See, what's the Maitreyanara, the future Buddha? See how is not yet come. Bodhisattva Kistigarbha, guardian of purgatories or the graveyard, is like this, like M. Dharmaraja. And see the next, which of the following Buddha statues, mudras, and their meanings wrongly matched? Buddha statues or Buddha images, mudra, and having a mudra and their meanings. See here, and this is Dharmachakra mudra. It represents first sermon at Sadhana, the Deer Park in Bihar. The Dhyana mudra, gesture of meditation. Varada mudra represents favorable, represents offerings, giving compassion. Karana mudra, teaching cause and effect relation. Vitarka mudra, gesture of discussion and transmission of Buddhist teaching. So D is the answer, Karana mudra. Karana mudra does not mean it is cause and effect. See, it is a means which expels demons and removes obstacles such as sickness and negative thoughts. So the Buddha statue mudras meaning Dharma Chakra mudra. See how it is molded with the fingers. Is very keenly. And the Bhuma Sparsa mudra is already given back. Bhumi Sparsa mudra. This time he may ask the context why he touched the earth. Yeah, there is a story in the Buddhist literature that after creating many hurdles by Mara, with the demon in the Buddhist doctrines, the Buddhist literature, Mara resembles like Indra who disturbs the people who started yajna, so who started meditation. So the Bhusparshimitra, when Mara asked, he has used all the tactics to disturb Buddha's final meditation thought at Bodh Gaya. He asked the last question to disturb Buddha was, mm, can he prove his chastity or his purity? That question asked by Mara to leave him. That means Buddha, if he is disturbed by this question, he could not get enlightenment, because Mara is final plot is to disturb his meditation. But instead, Buddha has intelligently is touched earth, and then the mother goddess earth responded uh, responded from the sky and said that, yes, I am the witness to Lord Buddha, he is pure man. So when he is Satyavanta, yes, he is Satyavanta. Therefore, when the Mara left and Buddha got enlightenment, this is the story behind it. And this is Abhaya Mudra represents protection. Yes, it's protection. And Dhyana Mudra, gesture of meditation. And Vajra Mudra, gesture of knowledge. And Varda Mudra represents favorable offerings and giving compassion. And Vitarka Mudra, gesture of discussion, transmission of Buddhist teaching to people. And this is Gyan Mudra. Dhyan Mudra is different from Gyan Mudra. Gesture of knowledge done by touching these tips of, as shown in this picture. And this Karana Mudra, which expresses demands and the removes obstacles such as sickness and negative thoughts. So like this, Buddha disapproved speculation on the origin and end of universe and God and soul. Yet after his death, the Buddhist cosmology developed. Buddha is very, very clear. He was described as agnostic. So in this context, which of the following statements are true? The one statement is Paticca Samuppada theory. It's a doctrine, chain of dependent origination taught by Mahajanists. Is it right? And according to Buddhist cosmology, universe is cyclic. Is it right? The concept of future Buddha is called Maitreya, interested by Mahajanists. Is it right? So according to Mahajanists, Nirvana is not a negative cessation of misery, but a positive state of bliss. So which is the right option? It is 2, 4 are only true, because and according to Mahajanists, unlike Hinayanists, Nirvana is not the end. Nirvana is not a negative cessation of misery or desire, but it's a positive state of bliss. They look at Mahajanism, that Nirvana, unlike the Hinayanists. So that is right. And 2, second is Buddhist cosmology is cyclic. See, Buddhist cosmology is universe is cyclic. It's not linear. So that's why Buddhist cosmology, it is said that we are living in the Buddha cycle, where see, there are 4 Buddhas taught in this Buddha cycle, that is Krakuchanda, Kanakamuni, and Kashyapa, and Kashyapa, Kanakamuni, and Sakyamuni. Sakyamuni is the historical Buddha, and the future Buddha, 5th one, is Maitreya Buddha. So, according to Buddhist cosmology, universe is cyclic. The concept of future Buddha is called Maitreya, introduced by not Mahajanists. It is Theravadins or Sthaviravadins or Hinayanists. Initially, in the first Buddhist council in the year 3083 BC, the first split taking place in Buddhism. Then the 2 sects were broadly divided. That was Theravadins or Sthaviravadins, and later they were called in 4th Buddhist council as Hinayanists. Okay, so that there are only in the 2nd Buddhist council, it is Theravadins and Mahasangikas. They split into Mahasangikas. It's so the concept of future Buddha was introduced by Hinayanis or Theravadins, but not to Mahayanis. So Paticca Samuppada theory, doctrine is also taught by Hinayanis, not Mahayanis. So these are the last 2 and 4 are right. So so thank you all, my dear boys, and see. Thank you all for this at this instance moment under pressure. Don't get under pressure, because you put the pressure. So you try to touch current aspects now and practice, and but not this talk with things like this. You have to go through like this, because it give you in shortest time more number of questions. I'll give you 20 to 30 questions next tomorrow, and please watch those questions also, so that you will get 5 questions or 10 marks. Particularly these 10 marks are like these 10 marks are like giving you these 10 marks give you almost to a winning edge, because these are the very high standard questions. If you are not able to do now during this watching this video, don't worry. You have to wait and see that you adopt a what is called negative marks strategy. You need to attempt to not less than 80 to 85 questions out of 100 questions. Then only it could be clear this year prelims. So don't worry, you adopt a negative strategy. That is calculated risk taking. So what is called calculated risk taking? See, what is the ratio for negative marks is 0.33, that is 33%. That means for every group of 4 questions, so if you are confident that you could do 2, you get rights out of 4, you have to select that group and attempt. So that if 2 are not right, if at least 1 is right, then you will find no loss, no gain. So that you have to attempt to everybody could attempt 50 questions easily, and then 52 and 70 it is very difficult. And then you could do out of your experience or knowledge and hard work. And the next 15 questions, that is from 70 to 85, you have to divide into 4 questions of each group and attempt with the dare, adventure. This is calculated risk. So don't worry. If you are a fresher, don't worry. You start sportively, have to do sportively. Okay. So tomorrow I'll give you 20 to 30 more questions, so that we'll cover both all the entire ancient India and also some parts of medieval India. So that I'm expecting these 5 questions out of these questions. Okay, thank you all and good night. And don't forget to subscribe our channel and also subscribe our video courses, that I will give you ultimate in history and also economy. So okay, thank you all. Please watch and stay with us and also watch tomorrow. Thank you.